Hey y'all, what's up? Jasmine, founder of the Modest Movement Ministry, and I'm here with Anthony. We actually just met like on Instagram. I put up a post recently about asking people if they thought what we wear matters to others and in what respect, and it was like a little quiz on Instagram story, and Anthony responded, and I loved his response. And I think we should get more men's opinions and more men's point of view when it comes to this stuff, because women, we have our own ideals and what we think is right and all of that, but God put us both here to like grow and help each other and to see different sides of a story and to see different perspectives. And so I asked him to come and give us his point of view on how what we wear matters, and what respect, and from a men's perspective. And so, Anthony, tell us about yourself. Who are you? Where you at?
Yes, hello everybody. My name's Anthony. I'm 26. I'm a what I do now. I work with people who have disabilities. So I work in a group home. I'm working on a book. It's out, but it's not officially out. It's
Okay.
out. It's released though, but it's not officially released. It's a relationship book. Been Christian for like 7 years now. Not not the best Christian, not the most perfect Christian, but I'm trying. I'm hanging in there. I love God. I want to see people saved. I want to
Yeah,
see men and women have better relations together. Better relationships, and I'm just passionate about these things. So yeah.
I love that. A book. You didn't tell me about that. I mean, I know I'm still getting to know you, but
Yeah, it's
wow.
cool.
So I saw on your page that you're a coach. Are you like a relationship coach?
I'm working on that.
Mhm.
I post it, and like I'm believing for it. I'm
Mhm.
believing to get clients, and I'm working on that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. That's good. I just recently became a certified body image and self-esteem coach.
Nice.
I was already like a certified holistic life coach, like back
Okay.
in 2015, but I never had done anything with it. So the
Mhm.
Lord recently told me, hey, niche in this area, since 2016, he told me to start this ministry. So it kind of goes hand in hand. And like you believing him that, things will go as he planned them to go, with me being obedient. So, so
Yes.
yeah, so I put up a blog. I wrote a blog about how our clothing choices matter. And you guys can go read it more about that at modestmovement.com. The blog is on the homepage. Just some points I gave about why it does matter. And I put up a quiz, and some people said, no, it shouldn't matter. Um, and some were like, yeah, it should matter because you could give off the wrong idea to people. And so I think the reason I had answered or I addressed that in my blog post is because I hear a lot that, well, men should just control themselves, or men should just stop thinking lustfully, or, a woman should be able to do whatever she wants and not have any adverse reaction or effect to it. And so I wanted to put my thoughts, of course, from a biblical perspective inside the blog. And I think it's a good idea to hear what Anthony might think about that, because he said something about a man, regardless of what a woman wears, you could still be lustful about it, or you like
Mhm.
dresses a lot. And
Mhm.
so expound to me, like, the perspective that you were coming from is that regardless of what she is wearing, a man could still have his own. She could be covered from head to toe. You
Yeah.
know. So tell us more about that.
Yeah. So a lot of guys, a lot of guys struggle with lust. That's no secret. And regardless of what a woman wears, if a guy is struggling with lust, then he's lustful. Anything can happen, anything can be in his mind. And you know that's just the reality of it,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah. And I was raised in a church. It's non-denominational, but I was raised in a church where I had to wear skirts down to my ankles.
Mm,
We couldn't wear earrings, couldn't wear lipstick, could wear nail polish. It was very form fitted, to their tradition. And so it's like I see the comments a lot that a woman can be just like a nun and a man can still have lust for her. And I believe, that, yeah, if your mind's already there and your heart's already there,
hmm.
you could be undressing her in your mind. You could be thinking
Yes,
about what's underneath, kind of
yes,
like a leave it to imagination type of thing. We have
yes,
imaginations.
yeah,
So you would say like, shoot, a woman with a dress on, like you said, you love dresses. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, dresses are very feminine too.
Hmm.
They're just it's what we did back in the day all the time before pants were even introduced to us. So in regards to a woman, like her presentation, like we know that people dress a certain way, they want to give off a certain vibe, a certain look, they have their own style. So we see a lot of women that are half dressed today and posting
Yeah.
things online. So you mentioned something about respect. So
Hmm.
from a man's perspective, how is he to respect her when her presentation is less than ideal for her,
Yeah, a man should respect a woman regardless, treat her, you know, as the queen that she is. Women are queens and men are kings. Men should, love women regardless, and, cherish them, objectifying women, because they're wearing, something that's revealing isn't is not appropriate. Obviously women don't like it, and it's uncalled for. No man should do it.
Mhm.
No, it's just not right, you
Yeah.
know.
Would you say that, like, we know as believers, we know that regardless of how anybody is presenting themselves or the kind of lifestyle they're living, we're called to love, we're called to honor, we're called to respect. So, but the world system and custom is, well, if you're like this and you're dressing like that, or you make this much money, you deserve this amount of respect or honor or whatever. So, would you say that, well, because she's dressing like that, she should get the kind of attention that comes with that lifestyle? If she's dressing sensual, she's a sensual woman, she looks like it,
Hmm.
then you would say it's only right that she gets that kind of, or it's only
Well,
customary that she will attract that kind of.
I mean, it is, a sad reality in this world that, women who dress a certain type of way, provocatively, they do get certain male attention. And you know, I don't think it's right. I don't think that woman deserves it, but
Mhm.
it happens.
Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
I like that you said you don't think she deserves it. Um,
Yes.
because we live in a world where it's you get what you deserve based on these set of rules. And it's like Romans 12:2, which is one of my favorite scriptures, of being not conformed to the world system.
Hmm.
The world says, well, because you look like this or you have this is the treatment that you deserve to get. But then I'm reminded of Christ, if believers who are renewed in our minds, we're called to love how we love ourselves, loving our
Hmm.
neighbor as ourselves, loving God with everything. So that means honoring people, respecting them, regardless of how they come at you, regardless of how they look. Um, I like the story in, I can't remember if it's in Corinthians or what, but Paul was talking to the church that they had homeless people or people that didn't dress uh,
Yes.
like,
I think it's First Corinthians, yeah.
they came into the church and they wanted
Hmm.
to put those people at the back. You look homeless, you don't look like anything, you can sit at the back of the church.
Hmm.
Same thing with a woman. Oh, she's dressed in lewd and lustfully. Well, I'm just gonna treat you like trash because You looking like a person who just wants to go lay down,
Yeah.
um, but then Paul says, hey, put those people at the front of the church.
Hmm.
Give them honor and respect, regardless of what they look like. You got the rich people that look like extravagant, and you putting them at the front because you're giving them more um, honor based on what they look like, you
Yeah.
know. And God doesn't look at the outward appearance; He looks at our hearts, and that's something we can't judge. So
Hmm.
we're called to just love and give respect to people. So I like that you say that it's just not right, because when you're in sin, you ain't gonna do nothing right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
this unfair value system out there
Hmm.
that you know we have these rules that our flesh lives by,
Hmm.
and so you said you've been saved for 7 years. So before that, would you say that you had that kind of unfair value system? Like, hey, she's dressing like this. Well, I'm gonna try to go, get her number and see what she's doing tonight or something. Or I'm not gonna take her home to mama with a
I
left.
was I was never that kind of person, you know.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I was raised Catholic, so I've
Oh, really?
always, yeah, yeah, I've always been Christian. So,
Mhm.
I was never that kind of person.
Mhm.
It's not my background,
Yeah.
to look at women a certain type of way.
Mhm.
Um, you know, like, I did make friends, like most of the lady friends that I had, they were of a conservative like nature. So,
Mhm.
like, they wore jeans, but other than jeans, it would be long skirts. Nobody would
Mhm.
wear like short shorts or whatever. And as I grew up, I found more people, learned of more people and more things. And
Mhm.
met some people who wore, short shorts and, you know, revealing clothes, but some of them were really amazing people,
Yeah.
really solid people, and, you know, it changed my perspective on it.
Yeah. It changed your perspective as far as like, well, this person, who they are as a person versus how they're presenting themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because like the Lord says, I don't look at the appearance; I look at the heart. So
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's something that we have to do better at doing. Is that okay? This is a person made in the image of God, worthy of my respect, even if they don't appear to, according to the world standard, even if they don't dress a certain way or have this kind of accomplishment or this college degree or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something we got to train ourselves to do, because in the flesh, that's just how we react first,
Mm-hmm.
based on what we see. That's the carnal nature. Um, but the spiritual mind is, hey, this person has a soul. This person is very loved by God,
Yeah.
and Jesus would never disrespect or come at somebody wrong because they dress like that,
Thank
or
God.
because
Yeah.
they did, like how crazy would that be if Christ only gave respect to those who looked like they needed it or looked like they deserved it or earned it, like, do we really get anything we deserve from him at all, after what
That
he's done
wouldn't be
for us?
salvation. Yeah.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So thank you so much for addressing this. Do you have any other thoughts about that you want to say? Because you said also that you said from the women's perspective it was true what I said, and then men as well, like how you guys put yourselves off. You probably, I mean, you guys don't have the same, obviously, the same bodies that we have, but
Hmm.
how do you regard men being presentable with their bodies?
Yeah. Men have to, show respect to their bodies as temples. You know, um, you know, I don't think it's proper for men to like reveal their chest.
Mm.
Some people have like six packs and they're pretty strong, they're pretty,
Yeah.
athletic and stuff. And it's like, you know, some of them expose that on social media, and yeah, I mean, everybody's different. Like,
Mm,
I don't think it's the best though, because some people are weak.
yeah.
Some people could see that as some type of way.
Mm,
But you know, the same goes with women as well. Like sometimes women do have to watch out what they wear because some men are weak and some women are weak as well.
mm,
So yeah,
yeah. Yeah, that's what I touched on in the blog post is that the weakness of mankind, um, even though everybody's like equally responsible,
yeah,
it's like you should respect me regardless of how I look right now,
hmm,
but I still have a responsibility of how I'm presenting myself. As a believer, I think we should still we're not, because a man should respect us regardless of what we wear and look like. That doesn't take away my responsibility of how I present myself,
right,
because we are in this world. We're not of it, but we're in it, and there is weakness, there is demonic oppression and powers and principalities, and so we don't need to be or create ourselves to be a target um, of the attraction that can come from that, the attention that can come from wearing this, and also the stumbling block that I put in front of my brothers and sisters.
yeah,
So I think today we see a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for things. They just want to be able to do whatever, say whatever, my
yeah,
rights, my freedom of speech. But we still are, as believers, we have a responsibility in the church and outside of it. So I really enjoyed this, and I thank you for sharing your perspective about it. You guys, this is Anthony. How do you say your last name?
Nosike.
Nosike. That's
Yeah,
awesome. He's from Nigeria, guys. That's amazing. I love meeting people from other countries. That's dope. Um, is there anything else you want to share? Like share your Instagram. People may want to connect with you more and see about your book.
yes, my Instagram is Anthony_Nosike. If you type my name, you'll find me.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much
All
for
right,
being.
thank you for this opportunity.
No problem.
Mhm.